Coach, thanks. As mentioned, we are on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. It's sold out Heinz Field in the Steel City. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City. And a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set. We're set as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Let's go. Let's go. Set. Like 5. Yeah, Mike. I got
it. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And think back to all the big games that Big Ben has had over the years in his NFL career. And numbers-wise, his biggest game came against these Indianapolis Colts. That was in October 2014. The numbers from that, gosh, video game like 522 yards, 6 touchdowns, and a 51-34 Steeler win in Pittsburgh. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
230.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Banagoo in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
24. Hey, Haywood.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a give, right side. Grant. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
Though we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter, here's another good example.
It's 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, Delta. Let's go.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It can change momentum in a big way.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Chester Rogers deep for Indianapolis. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 come on. Defense.
Now Brissett. Got a man. It's Brown. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Indianapolis. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. On second down now, it's Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Temple, Rocky Sin. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A first down throw for Brissett. Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
This is Grant. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. On 3rd down. Grant, and he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, 7.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, come on. Show that bench release and go.
Now Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 44-yard line.
58 for Mike, 58.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ben Banagou in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Brings up 3rd down.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Every time it's a sack. Come on, fellas.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Whoa! Middle. Play. 26 months. Move. Big stop, D. Black and turn.
Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. Going top shot. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
That's good for 28 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Brissett now. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Brissett now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. This will be caught by Brown. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll throw again. Brissett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They will run with Grant. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3-score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
198. Watch 98.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brissett. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of 32 that time. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. From the gun, here's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
He's going to have the first down past the 20. To the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Corey Grant, 93 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go!
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
From the 25 on second down. Brissett, blitz coming, and down he goes.
Like how they started the third quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 55 is my guy, 55.
Brissett sets to throw it. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
Jack 16.
It's fourth down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Hey, box down. Hey.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
58, boys, 58. 58, Mike. Easy. I got you.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Back 80. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Black is on.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Open man here is Gentry. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 49-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. Here's Grant. The 20. It's a big play there for the Steelers. Give him 42 yards on the ground.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Middle. Double bump. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Watch twist. Hey, Charlie. Twist.
Now Roethlisberger. It's caught. This is White. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Campbell making the catch. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw, Brissett. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Brissett. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle. But that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play. And the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, man.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Catch made here by Campbell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Brissett now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. Throw complete there. Rodgers. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They throw again on second down. This one's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The reception good for 7. It's third down. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Here's Brissett. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
Yeah, you just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lap. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go again here with Mack. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Come on, QB, come on.
Brissett. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Vinatieri now for the point after. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score, Colts 21.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
Roethlisberger now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, It's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Indianapolis, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.